Today I'm going to be reviewing this DBpower smart projector that was recently sent to me by the brand. Now this one is supposed to have apps already installed. Many of the projectors that you find online will not only not have apps installed, but they won't have a way for you to install apps. So you have to connect a DVD player or some other sort of player to the projector. This one is supposed to have those apps already built in. So you've got Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Crunchyroll, Paramount Plus, and 300 more apps already built into this projector. So let me go ahead and get this opened up here, and then we of course will take it out. I want to show you what it looks like and then also test it out on the wall, seeing what the picture looks like. You can see it comes with a nice little carrying case, so that's going to be a nice feature on that. And then you've got some, looks like Q-tips for cleaning the screen, I guess. Oh, black box on projector image. Yep, so that's going to be for cleaning your screen. Going to come with the remote and the cords that are needed. Also going to come with an HDMI if you want to connect it up to something else. And then this is going to be your projector itself. So first of all, I do love the fact that it's going to have this nice case for you to store your projector in. So that's going to be really nice that you can easily, put this back in, put your cord, your remote right back in, keep it all in one place. So that's going to be a nice feature for that. Let me go ahead and pop this open here. Just going to show you what's inside here. So you've got your power cord for the projector. You've got your remote. So your remote is even going to have some of the buttons for the different apps on there. And it's also going to have an HDMI cord. So that's if you want to connect something to your projector. This is designed with the built-in apps. So that should be nice. Of course, you will have to connect it up to your Wi-Fi to be able to use those built-in apps, I'm sure. So let me go ahead and get this plugged in, put it up on the wall. We'll see what it looks like. Now, before we get this installed or use it, I did want to kind of measure the cord on this just because the cord is a bit shorter than what I would prefer. So I did want to mention that. You're only looking at a 4-foot long power cord. So if you are looking to move this a long ways away from a plug, you will need to use an extension cord of some sort. The projector itself is going to be about 3.5 inches or so tall on that all the way around. And then across, we're looking at about 7 7/8 or so. And then the same on that 7 3/4, 7 7/8, because it is that square. So now let's go ahead and plug it in. So I've got this set up just across from a regular wall. I'm going to show you with the light on. Typically with the projector, you're going to have the lights off, but I do want to show you what the screen looks like with the light on. I did have to run an extension cord because I don't have any more spots over here. So let me go ahead and turn the projector on. The power button is going to be right here on the back for that. And then as you can see, I am currently too low, but even with the light on, you can still clearly see the screen. And that's going to be a really, really bright light. So you can still clearly see that screen on there. Now you'll have to adjust the height, obviously. So for this, I'm going to need to move it over and get it up some to get it in the position where I'm at. Now at the very, very corner, when you have the light on, it's obviously going to wash it out just a tiny little bit, but you can easily see the actual screen on this as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and go through the setup process here. Now I have the light turned off just to kind of show you, but here on the remote, you're going to have a focus, so plus or minus. So depending on your how far away your projector is, you can see this is going to be pretty blurry. So I'm just going to put the plus until it gets it into focus. So you can see focusing now. And then you can easily look at all these other ones across the bottom and see how well focused it is. And then you can see if I go too far, it's going to go out of focus again. So I'm just going to go back and boom. So you can then read all of everything on there. And this is going to be really, really big. So this is going to be a pretty big wall. Now, obviously, I could put it up higher just by stacking it either up on some books or something like that. But you can easily see how that is going to look just sitting on that little bench. And then you can focus it just with the thing on the remote. So it's got all these different apps built in. So Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Tubi, Max, Whale TV. You can then go over to apps. And I'm just going to click on there. And it's going to show you some recommended ones, but you'll be able to see everything that's available on there as well. So again, it's going to show you on YouTube, Netflix, Tubi. These are recommended. These are video apps, music apps, sports apps, news, lifestyle. So it's going to have a bunch of different ones. And a lot of these are going to be free as well. So you don't have to necessarily pay for subscriptions. For example, Tubi is a great one that's free. Pluto TV has a lot of free content on there as well, as will YouTube Kids. We're only looking at recommended here. If I go over here, so I've got IPTV, I've got Dream TV. There's going to be a ton of different apps that are going to be on here, and many of them are going to allow for you to have like streaming just with ads, that sort of thing. Even has TikTok on here, which is really surprising to me that it would have that here on this projector. But you can see there's a gazillion different ones, or you can also go up here to the top and search. So if I wanted to just click on that, and then I'm going to click there, and let's just do Let's just do video and see if that comes up with anything different. Okay, so there's VI. All right, so there's, look, just by typing in VI, so there's PBS Kids, there's, I think I gotta go over to done to be able to go back up to these. I'm gonna go done, yep. And so then now I can go down, so there's PBS Kids that you can download and use. There's Red Bull TV, there's Peacock, and these are just by typing in VI. So if you have a specific, like a free one that you use, then you can certainly do that. I believe it's got a back button here. Let me see if that goes back. Yep, it goes back to the main screen. So that's this button right here at the top of the remote. I'm going to come down here to Tubi, and I just want to kind of see if it does have some volume. I believe it's going to, but let's just go here. So it looks like you do have to download the app. So just takes a minute for it to download. Obviously, the speed is going to be depending on your internet, but that didn't take long at all for it to download. And now it's going through the installation process. I just want to kind of show you, this does have volume output. You have volume button here on the remote. And it is putting out volume right here on the back of this. This is with no connected speakers whatsoever. So you can easily go through and you can use this without needing to attach speakers or anything like that. And again, I'm looking at Tubi here. This is all going to be free streaming on Tubi as an app that they have on there. So it does have built-in speakers. That's going to be nice. It has all these built-in apps. That's going to be nice. All you have to do is quite literally download them. I'm currently on Fast Channel. That's going to be my source here at the bottom left. You can see that. You can also connect an HDMI if you are wanting to. So again, you can focus it as needed depending on how far away or how close you are. This will work easily at night, with the light off. But then even if I turn the light on, you can still see it a good amount, even with that bright of a light. And again, you're not really going to have a light up by anywhere where you're doing this. And this is just on a wall. You can easily see that just on the wall. It's not even a white wall. It's kind of a tan wall that we have here in this room. So if you got this on a projector screen or something like that, it will work even better. So overall, super, super pleased with this projector. Love how it looks. Love how it works. My only little tiny nitpicky thing would be I wish the cord was just a little bit longer so I didn't have to run a long extension cord, but definitely not the end of the world for sure, and works great.